Greetings from the sunny beaches of paradise. Won't you join me? Folks, after you get your prerequisite margarita, or I always prefer a Shirley Temple, a virgin Shirley Temple. Virgin coladas are good too, without the alcohol, you know. It's how we roll here in paradise. Following biblical instruction. Before we get into the subject at hand, we must set some ground rules, folks. We will not make up our own procedures for determining the biblical truth. This is all in regards to following biblical instruction. We will follow the instructions given by the Bible itself and go from there. We are going to suggest that the things written in the Bible never happened. And in order to do that, we must follow not only biblical instructions, but archaeological data as well as scientific evidence. Once we do that, we should be in a reasonably strong position to move forward with our work. How does the Bible itself instruct us in evaluating its text? All of Jesus's words were symbolic. There was nothing to be taken literally. In Matthew chapter 13, verse 34, it says, "All these things spoke Jesus to the multitude in parables, and he did not speak without a parable." He said that he would make things clear to his disciples, and we will explain that one later. But here we see, as far as the text is concerned, it is symbolic. Be not a minister of the letter means not to take the scripture literally. We find in 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6, who also has made us able ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter kills, but the Spirit gives life. Hardly a comment has to be made. Here you're being told as clearly as possible that you should not take the scripture literally. In other words, what you need and read as events never happened. Yet in understanding the hidden secrets, you will find that they happen daily within you. What is a Jew? Romans chapter 2, verse 29, he is not a Jew which is one inwardly, or rather outwardly, but he is a Jew which is one inwardly, transposed. And circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit, not in the letter. This one is most difficult, but as you can see, the Bible itself is defining the word Jew. Not a flesh and blood person of lineage, but something very special that exists within each and every human mind. Parables, or dark sayings. Psalm 78. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We have 2 key words here, parable and dark. Both reference symbolic text. In other words, the Bible is telling us that you must begin to understand not with the brain, but with the heart or the spirit. Dark sayings of old are simply words that have hidden meanings. And consider this, text written thousands of years ago refers to dark sayings of old. The text was written thousands of years ago, and they are talking about dark sayings of old. Proverbs 1:6, to understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. The scripture leads off by defining the word wisdom. Then, as it shows above, wisdom is understanding symbolic writings. Again, a reference to dark sayings, which means text containing hidden messages, hidden meanings. Matthew 13, 34 through 35, all these things spoke Jesus to the multitude in parables, and without a parable, he didn't speak to them. Traditional rituals are the result of total misunderstandings of mythical writings. The ritual of circumcision has nothing to do with the male organ, as we will see, and baptism has nothing to do with water. It's all symbolic. The veil that blocks the understanding of religious people is symbolic writings in scripture. 2 Corinthians, but even unto this day when Moses is read, the veil is upon their heart. Nevertheless, when they shall turn to the Lord, the veil shall be taken away. The Bible here clearly says that when people read the Old Testament, they do not understand it because they read it literally and it is symbolic. Deep meditation is the key to understanding. When one turns to the Lord, it becomes clear. One turns to the Lord only in meditation, by turning away from the intellect. Buddha-phobic. I don't need to, you don't need to come and talk to me and school me or school my intellect. That's why I'll call you out and put you on the spot and see how you react. See how your spirit, I'll test your spirit. That's what I'll do. That's what I did. Sorry, I'm just the real deal. To the spirit on the right side. We will speak more of this, but again, the Bible tells us that what you see is not what is meant. That's what Jesus meant when he said, they look and look, but do not see. The symbolic temple. Acts 7:48. The Most High dwells not in temples made with hands. Here the Bible is saying that church buildings and temples have absolutely nothing to do with the dwelling place of God. Okay? This is try to bring you in slowly to the temple. Yet, for thousands of years, people have been slaughtered over the location of the temple, which is made with the hands of carpenters and masons. The temple is in your head, and the way into the temple is through the heart. Namaste. Stay tuned. Namaskara. Stay tuned, folks. We're just at the threshold of the temple. I don't want you to lose your seat. Adios.